Good evening, my dear fangs. Welcome to the cavern, or welcome back if you're returning. To the new subscribers, thank you so much for your support, and welcome to the Fangdom. We're happy to have you. It's a great group. If you're just tuning in, we are covering killer couples since it's the month of lovers. And I hope you had a lovely Valentine's Day. Tonight's case occurred in 2006, which seems so long ago. And it was the year I graduated, so it's a fitting case. In Medicine Hat, Canada. It's actually where this takes place. Not where I graduated. I'm not from Canada. Anyways, Jasmine Richardson was 12 when she met Jeremy Steinke. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the last name. I do apologize. At a punk rock concert. He was 23, a goth and self-proclaimed 300-year-old werewolf, not vampire, which I'm probably going to mess up multiple times because it's not what I'm used to at all. And a lot of people actually mix these two up when they cover this case. She immediately took to him and his goth lifestyle, which really isn't surprising because, well, she obviously was going to be drawn to the goth lifestyle anyways because punk rock, come on. We all were going to get drawn to that lifestyle at some point. 2006 had some great music. Am I right? Anyways, however, when Jasmine's parents, Mark and Deborah, found out about the relationship, they prohibited their daughter from seeing Jeremy and grounded the hell out of her. Can't really blame them because he was 23, she was 12. Come on, people. Put two and two together. Something just ain't right. A little background of these two. Jasmine was a happy social girl, whereas Jeremy growing up was not so lucky. I mean, she lived in a normal home, happy normal home, what we perceive as a normal home. Whereas Jeremy, his mom was an alcoholic and her partner abused him. The kids at school bullied him. By the time he met Jasmine, he had already attempted to take his own life. From the age of 13, he developed a persona of being a 300-year-old werewolf and wore a vial of blood around his neck, which is probably where the vampire comes in. A lot of people mix up the two because of this, most likely. Anyways, when Jasmine's parents made the decision to forbid their daughter from continuing the relationship with Jeremy, the couple was livid with the decision. Jeremy took to his blogging platform to threaten the parents, which this honestly sounds like another case that I just covered last week. Anyways, so, however, according to police reports, it was Jasmine who proposed the plan. She sent an email to Steinke about her idea of murdering them so they could be together. Jeremy agreed, but wanted a solid plan before they went through with it. Like an adult, thinking things through, logically. Jasmine reportedly shared her plans with her friends, but they thought she wasn't serious. Not really surprising. Most of the time, we don't take that type of stuff seriously. Unfortunately, and because a lot of times we don't take these types of things seriously, bad things happen. But you don't know. You don't know if a person is being serious or not, unfortunately. And then something happens. But I digress. The night before the murders, Jasmine and Jeremy watched Natural Born Killers. I've actually never seen the movie. If you've seen it, let me know what it is about, because I have no idea. The next day, April 23rd, 2006. Wow, can't talk. They carried out their plan. The bodies were discovered by a neighbor's child who was a friend of Jasmine's 8-year-old brother who went to visit the house and saw a lifeless body through the window. They ran back to their parents and they called the police and they investigated the premises. At first, they thought Jasmine was one of the deceased until they fully investigated the house. Upon finding her missing, the police assumed she might have been kidnapped, but that theory was soon thrown out when they found evidence in her room and locker. They soon realized she was the prime suspect. During Jasmine's trial, she was asked why she murdered her brother, and she answered, saying it would have been cruel to leave him alive without his parents, which just sounds cold to me. Although, the whole thing is absurd to me. I don't know how you can do something like this, especially with how it was done and how she did the act. I'm not going into the grisly details. If you'd like to know more, I'm going to leave those in the description for your further interest. She also was questioned as to why they murdered her parents and little brother, to which she responded, "I loved him so much, I thought it would bring us closer together." In quotes. Jasmine pled not guilty, probably not surprising, because she only had hypothetically conversations about murdering her family, but never intended on going through with it. Yeah. Well, she was found guilty by a jury for 3 counts of first-degree murder and given the maximum sentence for a youth, which is 6 years in jail, followed by 4 years of supervision in the community. She was 13 by the time she was convicted. In 2008, Jeremy Steinke was convicted of 3 counts of first-degree murder as well. Since he was 25 at the time of his conviction, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole for 25 years. The couple exchanged letters from jail promising to marry during that time, and they actually were engaged. None of the letters expressed any guilt or remorse. Jasmine Richardson underwent extensive rehabilitation and treatment after she was sentenced. Psychiatric assessments revealed she was diagnosed with conduct disorder and oppositional defiant disorder. If you'd like to know more about these 2 disorders, let me know in the comments, and I will break down the differences between the 2. I may have in a previous video, but not directly. So I'll actually do an actual video talking about them specifically. In 2016, just a year younger than her partner in crime, was when they committed the homicides. Richardson was released from the criminal justice system. So she was 22, if you're wondering. What do you think about the case? And do you think she should have been released from the justice system? Or do you think she should have stayed in prison? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have a true crime case or a movie you'd like me to check out, let me know in the comments as well. I honestly don't know how I feel about this one. On one side, I want to say that she should have stayed in prison just because of her lack of remorse, but at the same time, teenagers, they haven't fully matured or developed mentally. So the fact that she's now an adult, has gone through therapy, treatment, rehabilitation, the whole 9 yards, she may be better. I don't know what her mental state is now. I don't know. Only a psychologist would know that. So I can't say one way or the other. It's a tough decision to make, I think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and take care until next time. Bye, everyone. And yes, we are continuing the true crime until the end of the month, and then I don't know what we're doing. I will figure it out, and I will get back to you. But enjoy your weekend. Bye, everyone.